Is a recession coming? Absolutely. That's because, like seasons, recessions are always coming. It's part of the natural economic cycle. It's only a matter of when. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it to give you the mindset to prepare for one. In fact, even thrive in it. The mindset is to think of a recession like how most of us think about the winter. When winter arrives, we don't freak out about it because we've come to expect it and we actually prepare for it. We keep clothes in the closet for colder times. Some of us try to get away to warmer places during the winter. Those who don't expect a recession are the ones usually caught off guard or panic. Those who do expect one are ready to marshal resources to have on hand in order to adapt or profit. And that's what we're going to talk about. To learn what actually causes recessions and market crashes, spotting the early warning signs, the biggest mistakes people who aren't prepared make, and the exact mindset and strategy that turns financial downturns into major opportunities. So, what is a recession? A recession is when the economy that produces goods and services that's helping money grow and flow through businesses and people starts to shrink for a period of time. According to the organization that's responsible for declaring a recession, the National Bureau of Economic Research, they define it as at least 2 quarters or more of reduced growth. Not everyone or most people lose their jobs when the economy gets smaller. So why does everyone freak out? Because the visible signs that a recession is underway can be scary. Businesses slow down. People and businesses spend less. Unemployment rises. People and the media obsess and amplify that trend. In turn, the drumbeat creating fear among businesses and people that can feed upon itself. And that can be scary. But remember, the fear you see happening all around you is just the reaction. It's not about the actual fundamentals of the economy itself. If you just focus on and follow the fear, you may panic. But if you focus on the economy and the opportunities that this change is presenting, you have the mindset to thrive. Because just like winter becomes spring and summer, in every recession, the economy eventually bounces back and grows even stronger, usually within 2 to 3 years or sometimes months. And the markets recover. And as they do, those who stayed patient and strategically held on made money while everyone else fled. A recession is not the end of the world. It's just a reset, a change of seasons. So, how can you see if the season is changing? The seasons of the economy have a cycle. Let's look at the general cycle that leads to recession. The season of spring is the start of growth. Businesses are growing. Easy money floods the system. Often, when the Federal Reserve sets low interest rates, money is easy for people to get and spend. This often encourages high borrowing and tons of cheap credit that fuels the economy. With all this money flowing, everyone feels rich. Assets like stock, real estate, crypto soar. Spring becomes summer. As people see other people getting rich from stocks, real estate, and other assets, FOMO gets them to pile on, even to the point they start buying assets they don't understand. The bubble forms. Speculation on the value of stocks and other assets get out of control. Companies and assets get priced at values way higher than they're actually worth. And people keep ignoring that things are overpriced. Summer becomes autumn. Here, you might hear voices about bubbles or some anecdote about a changing economy. Then something pops the bubble, and the thinking of an economic downturn becomes harder to ignore. In the late 1990s, it's when people started to realize a lot of the dot-com businesses that they poured money into would never make a profit. Or it could be a global shock that ripples and impacts how other industries and businesses can do business, like oil prices. And finally, winter comes. Suddenly, the euphoria and confidence of the market disappears. Panic sets in. Everyone rushes to sell. Prices crash. And it's clear we're in a recession. That's the cycle that gets us to economic winter. What to look for? Here are some warning signs. Stock market volatility increases. Big up days followed by big down days. Government reports that the consumer's confidence has dropped, and credit gets tighter and harder to get loans. When you see those things lining up, that's your signal to make sure you are ready now. Make sure your spending and budgets are tight enough not to be vulnerable. Get rid of debt if you can, and if you can, put some cash in reserve. Be ready to be able to buy parts of the economy that will go on sale. Here's what not to do. Don't panic sell. Many people lose money in a significant downturn, not because of the crash itself, but because of their reaction to it. In some downturns, people will see their portfolios drop 20, 30, maybe even 50%, and they start to sell their stocks en masse in order to hoard cash or stop the loss. You don't lose money on your stocks until you sell and the loss locks in. If you ride it out, or better yet, keep buying solid investments, history shows that markets rebound and those dips in price, well, they become the buying opportunities of a lifetime. And if you panic sell and get rid of your stocks, once you're out, it's hard to time exactly when to get back into the market. Like having your coat, if you're prepared for winter by having valued solid stocks and assets, things that are proven to bounce back after winter has passed, like index funds, solid dividend stocks, real businesses with real cash flow, you have the metaphorical coat to last through the market cold and winter and to have more time for the next season to come. And when you are in winter, now's the time to prepare for spring and summer. Because when the market crashes, everything goes on sale. After the dot-com bust in the early 2000s, Amazon stock was on sale for around $10. That stock is now up 5,000% since then. The right mindset is what makes those in a recession rich. That mindset requires you to be able to act when it feels uncomfortable, to move while others freeze, to keep learning when others tune out. Warren Buffett said it best: be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. It's easy to follow the crowd, but like lemmings, some crowds simply panic and just race blindly towards a cliff because they're only looking at how others are reacting. It takes real discipline to go the other way. But if you can build that mindset now, during hard times, you'll be unstoppable when things turn around. Don't wait until the next crash to get ready. Start now. Build your emergency fund. Set your plan in advance on how you'll respond so you don't panic. Instead, act strategically. And most importantly, stay calm when the rest of the world is freaking out. Because wealth doesn't disappear during a recession. It just moves from the impatient and unprepared to the patient and prepared. If you found this content helpful, please hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.